Hey guys, so you may have seen in one of my previous videos where I made these. Yeah, these nice little display boxes for, well, my kill teams. As generally my kill teams I like to play with sort of six-man teams or thereabouts. And yeah, this is just a great way of obviously storing them, but also being able to see them in, well, all their glory, as you can customize, well, the bases however you want them to look. I thought, as I am now 3D printing quite a lot of these sort of like the original HeroQuest miniatures, it'd be a nice way to, well, display and show them off and keep them together, as in I can have all the heroes in one sort of display box and all the enemies in another. So that's exactly what I'm going to go through and show you in this video. So I'm using the Creality Falcon A1 laser engraver to sort of make the basic box. And as you can see, I made the sort of template for all the boxes in the free software you can get, which is the Falcon Design Space. Really easy to use this. I say it's free, so you can just sort of go online, download it. So the file I've got here, I will actually leave over on my Patreon page if anyone does want to sort of, well, copy it and change it and do what you want with it. But say this is what I've got so far. It's all the bottom bit, the back, the sides, and there's obviously a raised area just so I can get more miniatures into this thing. Say this software, it's free, really easy to use. Again, guys, if I can use it, then yeah, it definitely is easy to use. And it is just a case of making the shapes up, whatever it might be, and then adapting it, changing it, and all the rest. So you've got these sort of few options down the side here. So quickly to show you, obviously you make a square up like this, and then you can go in, click on it, and you change the nodes. And the nodes are basically like little dots that come up on it or little circles, and then you can move them around. So this is where it really is easy to sort of do some basic shapes. And again, it's one of those things, if the more you sort of mess about with it, the better you'll get. Obviously, you can go online. Typically, I go to Thingiverse, and you can get free templates that other people have made. Just in case you want to go on there, make something, or get something and change it, which is pretty cool. Because I did actually make many moons ago a paint rack from MDF, again cut up on the Creality Falcon A1. But it just goes to show it's just how easy this is. So yeah, you just drag around the nodes. Funny old word, nodes, but yeah, these are nodes, and you move them around. And obviously, you've been more precise than I am. This is just a quick sort of rough showing you how I made my templates. So nice and easy to use. So yes, I'm going to laser cut this, say on the Creality Falcon A1. Awesome little laser engraver, guys. It really is plug and play. And as I always say, I need things that I can just plug in and work straight away. And there's no even building with this. Straight out of the box, it's already pre-built. You plug it in and away you go. And obviously you'll see in a minute that it doesn't take up much room, which is again, for me, is good because I don't have much room. So yeah, it's just absolutely awesome. So we'll get rid of those little shapes because I don't want them, I don't want them being cut out. And then it is a case of obviously putting the MDF into the machine. And this is where I love the fact that you can access this laser engraver from the front. Obviously, there is a bit at the top, but as you can see, yeah, I've got mine on a shelf. So having that front sort of loading option is, well, without it, I wouldn't be able to have it where I have it. And yeah, there's two ways you can do this. You can obviously move the laser engraver to where you want it to start, or it starts from certain coordinates. I find it's kind of easy just to move it to the corner of the bit of wood. Check everything's okay. And then what I normally do is hit the frame button first, just to sort of check everything is aligned correctly. But there is a camera on this. But again, I still don't have a long enough lead to reach to where it currently is. And then, yeah, hit the start button. So this next bit of footage is speeded up by a lot. Because obviously there is quite a lot to cut out here. But yeah, this thing in motion, it's a dream. Obviously, it does have an extractor fan at the back, and I have a long lead that goes out the window. So there's no fumes or sort of smell of burning wood in my my home, which is awesome. And then yeah, everything comes out as always perfect. And as I love this because it does obviously cuts perfectly straight edges. And yeah, say for making sort of like the boxes and bits and pieces, it's just awesome. So this is like a template I've now got. So all the boxes are going to be sort of uniformed and the same. It's just the interiors I then custom for whatever it is, obviously, I want to put in there. So these are sort of display, well, almost display dioramas. So I use little magnets Because I like the fact that when I put this together, they all kind of lock in, I guess, because the magnets are very strong. And my preferred way of doing this, I've got these little bits of plastic. One's got a red end, one's got a black end, and then this way I know what polarity of the magnet is. So I can make sure all the magnets that are in this are going in the same direction. Just so then when I do get the boxes, they will obviously, well, kind of attach. So the other thing I've done with this is I'm going to put magnets on my little miniatures as well. So as you can see, I've got teeny tiny miniatures magnets in these things. Although you will see coming up, yeah, I didn't quite work out exactly where these little magnets went or should go, and yeah, bit of error there. So say this thing, it's having these little cutouts. Because when I first made these boxes, I made them completely square, and while they weren't too bad, yeah, they didn't like lock in as well as they do here. Again, guys, this is where you probably better off using PVA glue rather than super glue. A couple of reasons really. One, obviously, super glue, as you can see, it's a bit of a mess. So then I have to use a wet wipe to sort of clean it up. And the other one is, obviously, once you attach these bits, they're stuck. So if you did do it wrong, yeah, you wouldn't be able to pull it apart. It'll just rip the MDF. But again, for me, making the videos for speed, that's kind of why I'm using the super glue. But yeah, if you're taking your time, use PVA glue. Wait that little extra for it to dry, but it'll be a cleaner looking thing. And yeah, so you won't ruin any boxes by accidentally gluing them in the wrong place. I've done that myself too many times. So yeah, put them all together. And again, obviously, the other problem with super glue is it does stick to skin rather well because, well, that's kind of what it was intended for many, many moons ago. So yeah, so these boxes, again, I'll leave the file that I've made over on my Patreon page. And the great thing is when you open it up, you'll be able to take it into the Falcon design space, and you'll be able to change it to whatever you need. So yeah, you could add it, amend it, add extra bits. But say for me, this is a nice compact size. You could fit 10 miniatures in this. And yeah, so this is obviously the basic shape box, which I absolutely love. So everything's come out really, really well. And then it is a case of kitting it out. And if you'd seen with those the Kill Team boxes I made, I basically made the interiors from several bits and pieces, and then sort of glued them together. Well, I thought I'd try and be clever and make the whole of the sides in one hit. Obviously, because I can print this out on a larger 3D FDM printer. And yeah, I was quite surprised and pleased that it did slot in really well. Because sometimes when I'm measuring things or doing my little calculations, yeah, they can be off by a bit. And obviously, in this case, you've only got to be off by a few millimeters, and basically something won't fit. Whereas this, yeah, it fit like a glove. Yes, I was really pleased with myself. So I've got that little template as well. I can't share that though, unfortunately, guys, because I have made this from a variety of sort of other sources that aren't free to use. So yes, I can't share any of the interior files. So again, done the same, obviously, with the bottom bit. And yeah, as you can see, yeah, my little magnets. I don't know what I was thinking. I got one almost right down the bottom here, but all the others, yeah, they are way off. Obviously, they should be in the center, as ideally that's where we put in the magnets in the miniatures. So not too bad, just a simple case of drilling the holes and then sticking more magnets in. So yeah, so I may need to go back to my design and change that. So if you do get this design and download it, be wary that I may or may not have had time to change the holes and the magnets. So yeah, good old polyfiller or cement grout, whatever you want to call it, or spackle for you Americans out there. Yeah, again, sometimes when I measure things, they are perfect. Other times, yeah, there's a little gap. I mean, it's because sometimes I do sort of make things a little bit smaller than they need to be, just to make sure they do fit. And then because in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, well, I've got me grout. If in doubt, grout it. And yeah, this stuff's great because I use this because it's cheap. Obviously, I love cheap stuff. And obviously, once it sets, it's like concrete. So you just have to leave this overnight, though, because as you can see, yeah, it's very soft, pliable. And there we go. There's the box done, and absolutely love how it's come out. Love obviously the brick walls, and yeah, say these are stackable, which is great. So I can make quite a few of these because I'm printing out all the original HeroQuest miniatures, and obviously I don't have a home for them. So with obviously the old HeroQuest stuff or the new HeroQuest stuff, I've got it all in boxes, so they kind of go back in their box. although I think I will start making more of these to display them all. And as I say, I was going to make these as well with a little adaptation at the back so they can be sort of like hung on the wall. Again, another way of making something and just displaying miniatures rather than being put away, as I say, back in their original boxes or even in a drawer, cupboard, or just a bag. Yeah, making these sort of display dioramas is just a good way of, well, seeing the miniatures. And there we go. So that's them all sort of, well, primed in black, dry brushed white. Now they just need to obviously be painted fully. Didn't have time to do that on this one because obviously I want to paint the miniatures as well of all the bases. But I really love how these come out. Although I say this every time, when I do the black priming and then the dry brushing, I almost love the look of the miniatures as is. So yeah, guys, even if you don't want to paint your miniatures, I think just prime them in black, dry brush them, because then you get to see all the lovely detail that's in the miniatures, and yeah, look absolutely awesome. So yeah, guys, Creality Falcon A1 laser engraver, perfect for home use. I've been using mine, well, quite a lot this month because obviously there's been lovely sort of designs and things I wanted to make, but absolutely love how this has come out. And I say I love the fact of it being black and white. It just looks pretty cool and sort of scary and eerie. But yeah, so lovely miniatures. You will see these being painted in upcoming videos, and obviously you will see this box, well, and probably several others put fully painted and then stacked on top of each other. I say I might make that extra little bit on the back just so these can be hung on the wall. Guys, another video on the screen. Give that a click, see more what I do. Like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that fun stuff. You guys take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.